Okie dokie. Next step, squash vine borer management. Now that we're not seeing any more squash vine borer moths, do yet another egg hunt and continue disposing plants where you see damage. The most important part of this step, as mentioned previously, is you never ever want to compost anything with squash vine borer eggs or squash vine borers themselves. Don't compost it, don't let it sit. Get it up and out of your garden so that the squash vine borer doesn't burrow into your soil and pupate so it can come back, because we don't want it back. I'll show you some telltale signs of squash vine borers. See how that's pale? A pale stem. Stems can be pale for other reasons, like overwatering, or it's just dying or decomposing. But in this case, we know it's squash vine borer damage. Here's a perfect example. See that? Just gross, has an orange tinge. Yuck. All right, I'll show you this too. We're not gonna pull this up just yet. You see this stem? That's full of squash vine borers. We have new squash coming up here, succession planting, and pretty soon we're gonna pull this up so that none of the little borers in there, it's full of them, I promise, fortunately, burrow into the ground. And two, this is the base of squash where I initially planted squash plants. This vine has gone all the way to the end and up, and I've rooted the nodes. So even though this is the base of a very long vine, we're okay getting rid of this because I've buried the nodes downstream. See how it's hollow and orange? Yeah, there's squash vine borer in there. Remember the cardinal rule. Do not compost this. Look through there to make sure you're not seeing a little squash vine borer. I think it's still early yet. They're probably still in the stems. That's why we're doing it now. Yummy. Okay, let's see. The end of the stem here. That textbook. See the frass? That's excrement. The squash vine borer. Good. Okay, let's see what you see in here. I don't know, I put BT. Maybe the BT killed it. In any case, in the bucket. Dig through here. Make sure we don't see any squash vine borer. There we go. If you even suspect it's squash vine borer, if you're not sure, better safe than sorry. good. That makes me happy. Must have buried it enough. Rebury it. Have a beautiful machata with a silver veining, looking very strong. Remember, machata is the cucurbita cultivar. Machata, resistant to squash vine borer. Textbook. Is that right there at the orange? If this is rooted downstream, look at this. It's got a whole root ball. That's why we root them at the nodes. So we'll let that stay. So we can cut below it if we need to. And we do. Like this. Alright, okay. Right there. Let's see. I BT'd him pretty solid, so it's very possible I might have killed it. But I'm not sure we'll get to see a live one or not. Looks like there might be one in there. I hope it's alive though. Hope it's dead. Okay. See? That actually looks good. There's no hole. It hasn't been chewed through. And it's right next to some squash vine borer damage. So BT, I even see a little bit of blue in here. Oh, there we go. What do we have here? There's a squash vine borer. Might be dead from the BT. Don't know. Still doing better safe than sorry. So, hi ant. See that? Pulling this whole thing out. See how it's split? Squash vine borers. And then search. See if we see any squash vine borers in this dirt. It wouldn't have gone down very far because we're getting it early. If it's, and probably still in the stem. That's why we're doing it now. Got this too. See that right there? Right here, we have a node. We could have buried it. There's another node. And right here, textbook squash vine borer damage. See if there's anything in there. On this section. Yep. What do we have here? There it is. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. And they actually get a lot bigger than what I've been showing you, which makes me happy, which means I've still got some time from most of them before they burrow in my dirt to get them out of my garden. And it's been almost a week since I've actually seen a squash vine borer moth. So all the eggs that are going to be laid have probably been laid. I don't like how that looks. See how the leaves are very sunken and limp? That can be either squash vine borer damaged, or overwatering or underwater, or heat. I can tell you with 100% certainty this is actually heat, because every evening and morning, these leaves are looking like that. And then when the sun comes out, they start looking like that, and then they pop right back. Look at the curry. I'm gonna already say what I'm doing successful, because these red curry, and I think that actually is a Big Max. Those are Maximus. Those are a favorite of the squash vine borer. And that's almost ripe. That red curry might actually be ripe. So I'm gonna go ahead and say success, even though it looks beat up, right? Bearing those nodes, spraying the BT, watching for squash vine borer has been successful. Would I like it to be more successful? Of course. Oh, look at this. See this right here? Yep. There it is. Right there. If you know what to look for, you'll find them really easy. Yeah, no, baby. He's trying to get away. Oh, look, there's a fat one. Bye-bye. Oh, wow, look at that. That's severe damage. See that? That is severe. If you could slice that one up. Should we try it and see? Oh, look what we have here. See it? See it poking its head out? Bye-bye. See? You just walk by and you can see. You can see it? Cover this. We're going to cover this up now. Got some leftover blue from the BT. Oh, there's a little piece of squash vine borer I cut. Yep. I just grabbed this whole branch. I probably should have checked it downstream to see if anything had rooted, but that was my mistake. I got lucky that it was an ancillary branch that wasn't needed. So we can do this all day, y'all. I won't show you all of it because it'll take a while, but that's what you do.